You're listening to He Said, She Said with Coach Ron Tunick and Ellen on KHTS 1220, your hometown station. We're coming back. We'll get off the bad manners. I don't know. We might have a couple more bad manners, but we're going to talk about going back to school, how it affects everybody differently. Working parents, stay-at-home parents, grandparents that were taking care of kids during the summer. I think one of the biggest things that Santa Clarita does not like about going back to school is the traffic that hits the roads for everybody that has to be at work on time.
It's bizarre.
Your 3-minute drive is now a 30-minute drive down Copper Hill.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
Where do these people come from? I mean, I've never. Right. I can get my office on Constellation, so for where we live, typically takes me 10 minutes.
With no traffic.
Yeah. Now with school, 20, 25 minutes. I mean,
that's if you catch the lights.
I know for my husband, he's over the bridge over. What do you call that area?
Ferry Court.
Yeah, somewhere up there. When school starts, 30 minutes for him, and it's 5 miles away, and it's 30 minutes for him to get to work.
Well, and it's only going to get worse because they keep building.
That's true.
I mean,
but this is a big deal. Kyle's your son, what's his name?
Calvin
is starting. What?
Kindergarten. Yeah. It's
a big deal. Be honest. You're going to shed a tear.
You know what? Here's the thing. I just got word that my in-laws may be there also, dropping him off.
Oh, boy.
So I'll probably hold it back. Until I get to the car, I'm just going to sob like a little girl.
This is
it's like this rotten kid. I got pictures on my fridge of him when he's a newborn baby, and this rotten kid.
It's a big event for you.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Like the beginning of the end.
And
I can't protect him from the world anymore.
No.
Good point.
Yeah.
That's and you're right.
And your daughter is starting junior high, which is even.
That's even scarier.
I'm done with elementary school. That's the biggest thing. I now have a senior, a sophomore, and a girl going into junior high.
Oh.
Who's coming from
from private school to public school. So mommy and daddy are a little nervous. She's learning.
She's a little nervous.
Well, she's putting on makeup now.
Oh boy.
You're not supposed to do that. We're going back to kindergarten. I actually pulled out a picture of her on her first day of school. I did cry. She was so cute.
Yeah, it's very different. Very,
but
very
junior
different.
high school to me is probably one of the hardest. I mean, the kids are ruthless.
It's awful.
Really, it is awful.
It was.
But you
it
can't
was
tell her
your
that.
worst 2 years.
It was, but you can't tell her that. I keep telling her, this is amazing. It's a new part of life. This is your first step of being not an adult, but a little bit of freedom. You're going from class to class. You have a break where you hang out. You don't have a lunch table anymore that you sit at.
But
you can hang. You can chill.
Yeah,
the dress of these kids. I mean,
well,
somebody asked me the other day, what's the one thing if you could go back in history? Give me one more week at high school. I mean, these girls wear halter tops.
You're not allowed. Well,
not at middle school.
Middle school, you're not allowed
but
to.
in high school, anything goes. We just did a segment on manners. There's no manners in dress.
No, they come in their pajamas, their flip-flops, or barely any clothes.
Well, and I feel sorry for the teachers who have to look at this all day long and not get distracted.
But where is the discipline? I'm getting off on a tangent here. I'm going to rant here.
Well, and that goes back to a little bit of parenting. I did know of a couple of girls, walked out of the house. Mom saw what they looked like, but in the backpack were the short shorts and the little tank top.
Who knows what's in the backpack?
I checked.
Do you know what is so hilarious is when my sister and I went to school so many years ago. We had shoes, like leather shoes, saddle shoes, right?
You're dating yourself.
I understand. And everybody was wearing sneakers. And my sister would literally take a pair of sneakers and hide them in her locker.
Oh, geez.
And she'd get to school, put her sneakers on, and
to be like the cool kid.
Just to be like the cool kids. So it's all about being cool.
The show is called He Said, She Said. If you like it, Facebook the coach, and there may be something, I can't tell you what it would be, but if you...
Is it going to cost me money?
You're already my friend on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I unfriend you, that would not be good.
That would not be good.
That would not be good. All right, so back to school. This is the segment. And, of course, like when we went to school, Mrs. Tunick, the temperature rises. It's unbelievable. People say...
It knows the calendar.
Well, half the population doesn't believe in God anymore. I still believe in God. I think God has like a little switch. No, I
He
believe
says,
it.
this week, here it goes.
Here we go. Flip it on.
A little bit of pressure. Put the kids under pressure.
Yeah.
But that goes back to a little bit about the dress code. I know for my daughter and her girlfriends, they're really mad. They're not allowed to wear tank tops. Now, I understand.
In middle school.
I understand no spaghetti straps, no halter
Tops.
But not even
No midriff showing.
We live in Santa Clarita where we can hit 110, 114, and you're telling these kids,
But
gotta
come
be
on,
clothed.
girl, you've got 14-year-old boys. You can't expose them.
Hello,
To a
but
tank
wait
top?
a minute. They wear shorts that are shorter than short, but the tops. And
yeah, there's no regulation on shorts about
on
how long
how
they
short
have to
the
be.
shorts can
And coming
be.
from private school, my daughter
Do
never
they have
wore
to wear
shorts.
shoes, or can they wear flip-flops?
Flip-flops.
To school? They can wear
They're
flip-flops
allowed
to
wear
school?
Yes, they
flip-flops.
can.
Are you kidding me?
No, flip-flops are okay. So the only issue for middle school is you can't show.
I'm thinking about
The
running
bra
for the
area.
school board. I don't know which school board. What
Well,
district do we live in?
Guess what? You would have had to apply last Friday, and nobody applied. The incumbents
Really?
are in.
Wow.
I want to run for political office. I really want to run for president,
well,
but
I'll
I
help
don't
you out.
have.
Well, remember
a-
I told you I was going to do that. I got to run
president?
for president.
Okay.
I would vote you, but you're not old enough. I
I
don't
know.
think.
Not
You-
yet.
You have to be
42.
No, you have to. No,
You have to be 42.
You do.
yes.
Yeah.
To be
not
president
old
of the United States?
Yeah.
It's
I
35.
I thought. Yeah,
Oh, it is?
35.
All right, I'm in.
No, you would be a hot president.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm running.
but seriously,
You want to run against Hillary, right? It is. I
Give her a
just
run
have
for
to
her
tell
money.
everybody you have no idea how difficult it is for Coach to have a radio show where the whole thing isn't about politics.
right. You're right. No,
Well,
you're right.
maybe we'll do that a little bit at the end.
Yeah,
we'll do a
we're
little
gonna
one for
talk
we'll
about
let
the
Coach do
debate.
some politics. But let's go back to going back to school. You know, one of the things that I'm amazed as the kids get older, and I don't know if it works for Kyle with the kid with a younger one, the cost of going back to school. Every year they need a new backpack. Now their backpack isn't bad from the year before, but they need that cool backpack, whatever it is. Especially with the little boys, 2 pairs of shoes because they run through those things. Like,
Is your little boy gonna have a backpack?
We already got one.
No
what
kidding.
kind did he
It's a
get?
Ninja Turtles backpack.
See?
What is
I
he?
love
2
it.
feet tall, and he's gonna have a bat.
The backpack is bigger
that's
than him.
3
Yeah, no, the backpack is.
How hilarious!
The backpack doesn't reach the floor, so he can still walk.
What do
without
you
falling.
put? What do you put in the backpack?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I have no idea.
They get to bring home their coloring. Now kindergarten out here in Santa Clarita is full day now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not the
that's true.
half day. That's a long day for these kids.
And these little 5-year-olds, they don't have the stamina. They don't even know what it's like to have to pay attention for that long.
If you were going back to like junior high school again, I'd put pepper spray in your bag. I'd put a whole a whole security kit in your backpack. I'd
Well,
put pepper spray.
One of my daughter's girlfriends, the family lives right up on the hill, right above our junior high. She can see the yard from her house. So she said, "Oh, I will be up there
With,
She said, "I'll be-
binoculars?"
yeah, with binoculars. I will be watching that gate to see these junior high girls and those boys, and making sure everybody's in line." And
Well, it's because of how scary it is not to know and be in control of your children today. It's kind of frightening for parents,
it is a
I
little
think.
bit. Why? But for me, more frightening is honestly the bill that it's costing to send 3 kids back.
Can they take their cell phone? Can they take their cell phones
Yes.
to school?
Yes, they can. They can have them on in class, but all the kids have cell phones. It's funny. If you text them while they're at school, they don't text back. But when they want something from you,
They
can
can
I go hang
text.
out with my friend? All of a sudden, they can text.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come back on the show we call He Said, She Said on KHTS.
And let's just talk.
K-Hits,
Let's just finish
1220.
this off with, I think the biggest thing about back to school is these kids can't sleep in.
And they have to get back to routine. So do us parents, though.
But
so.
routine is good. Actually,
Routine is good.
No, routine is good.
Routine is good. And one last thing is their diet. What happens to your diet? What do you put food in the backpack?
You don't. It's not cool. So that's actually
This
been
is I know this. We got to do another segment on what's cool and
Yeah.
what's. I mean, it's ridiculous. The peer group pressure on what's cool is just sickening. It really is.
We had it too.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we had like surfers and socias and athletes and.
Scrubs.
And they still have it. That's all still there.
But now there's geeks and nerds. What the kids? Never mind. All right, we'll be right back.
You're listening to AM 1220 KHTS with He Said, She Said. The coach and Ellen are here. Just wrapping it up a little bit, wishing all you parents a little luck going back to school. I know you got excited parents, unexcited parents, wishing kids and parents a great week out there in Santa Clarita.
A safe week.
A safe and great week. I want those kids to be happy. So
they're
You're
going
so
to school.
Sweet. We should run you for
They are
something.
going
You're
to
so
school.
Sweet, Robin.
School, happy.
Okay, well, they're usually happy the first week.
There you go, which is 2 days.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird how they do that. But I think let's do a little something different. We're going to do a little one for the road with Coach.
Well, my one for the road today is if you want to start, I should have done this 20 years ago, and that is start buying domain name. I mean, Alphabet, Google is now, if I had the name alphabet.com, they would have paid us $2 million, $5 million.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Wait, you actually were doing this years ago. You had
Yes,
Coach,
he was.
You had...
Oh, I've got a
You
couple of
have a
hundred
lot of-
domain names that I have to hide from my wife, but nobody wants to pay me anything.
There's no hiding. I
No?
pay the bills.
Oh, but really, Kyle, if we could come up with some cool domain names.
So I had a similar thing happen to me.
Okay.
Not domain names, but when Twitter first started going big, right? I had an assignment. I was in college at the time, and I had an assignment. I had to make a Twitter handle, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just do it for the assignment. I get 10 points on this assignment, whatever. And then as I'm sitting there, she's explaining what Twitter is and stuff. I'm like, I should probably. What'd be cool if I did this for if I made a Twitter handle for ESPN, Fox Sports. And then all that stuff, and I was like, nah, Twitter's just gonna be dead, and then it exploded. After that. And I was like, I could have had all of these.
You'd be retired about now.
And I was like, oh man, that was a really bad idea not doing that. So yeah.
All right, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the debate. So my pretensy girlfriend is Megyn Kelly.
And I don't think I had seen her up and close and as personal as
Don't
she...
say anything mean.
Oh, I know. See,
Don't say anything mean.
I don't get it. I don't
She's
get the beauty.
beautiful. Her
behind
little
that.
face.
No,
Come on.
that's
I would
all
call that a little
makeup.
fake, not a little face, a little fake.
Yeah, first of all, it's not a little face, and 1,400 pounds of makeup can make anyone look good.
Now, an intelligent. So if you
Very
want to
intelligent.
base the fact that you like Megyn Kelly based off her intelligence,
Not me. I found out other people on Facebook have her as a girlfriend too, so I'm really upset. But Donald Trump went after her.
she went after.
She
him
went
as
after
well.
him too.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
that's
did.
her job. She's a professional
But
journalist.
she didn't go after everybody else in the same mannerisms that she went after Donald.
I think the way Fox set that up was her job was to go after Trump.
Right.
Chris Wallace's job was to go after
Gotcha.
someone else.
Right.
The other guy, who I can't even remember who he was because he's kind
Chris
of
Christie.
totally nondescript, went off on Christie. So I think prior to the debate, because they knew how Trump gets all riled with women, that they said, okay, he's yours.
You're right.
He's
then
yours.
then they did a
and
good
he's
job.
yours.
They did. Then that was a great strategy.
Right.
And there was a very interesting thing because as we were watching the debate, we had family. And in that family,
Did everyone have good manners while you were watching the debate?
Oh boy, we're back to manners.
we had
I wanna know.
we had very conservative, we had very liberal, we had something kind of in
And
between.
you and I we were texting
and
on
then
the
you
side.
and I are texting the entire time. So it was
I can't do a show on politics, so I'm not going to say what I really feel. But
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, you can.
I'll write that down. Sorry. Absolutely.
really,
No.
I can say what I really feel.
You go right ahead.
Let me say it because
Can
I
you
don't
have
have
a little
time.
bit good manners.
Huh?
Just have some good manners.
He doesn't know what that is when it comes to politics, but go for it.
No, I'm not saying it.
You're not gonna say it
I'll
now.
save it
come
for
on.
next week.
No.
But here's what I'm saying: is Carla Farini was in the junior varsity,
And I
She
missed
was-
that. I didn't even know that
she
one
was on the-
went
She
on.
blew everybody away.
Right. So she is positioning herself, ladies. Trust me, for VP.
That's fine.
She's not going to get the number one slot.
So who is?
I like John Kasich.
I like Dr. Carson.
But he's too intelligent for the common folk across the country.
Christie's not going to. Let's.
Let's eliminate.
Yeah. Christie's not
Christy's
going to
not
make
going to
it.
be there. Neither are the two that look like Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, Rand?
And no, not Rand. Rubio.
Rubio, timeout. Doesn't look like Pee Wee Herman,
They-
but
they
Rand.
say he
Rand,
won.
You are funny,
Oh,
Robin.
really? Okay.
Pee Wee Herman. Rand absolutely looks like a Pee Wee Herman
I like Rand's dad a little bit more than I like.
On our show here at AM 1220 KHTS, you just turned off 3 Rand followers. Do you know that?
I'm sorry.
They're not
No,
coming
I
back.
didn't. I actually was not calling
The whole
Rand
time
Pee
we
Wee Herman. There was
watched.
another one.
The whole time we watched, I kept saying, this guy's got to do something with his hair.
Okay, that wasn't my Pee Wee Herman guy.
What about Jeb Bush? What is your
Jeb is
take
off.
on
If
him?
you notice, no one's talking about him. Jeb's off. I don't think we want to talk about another Bush.
We can't.
We're done with it.
We're done with
the
Bush
Bushes,
and the
yeah.
Clintons.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't know if you can say that. There's many that are not done with the.
But here's the issue on this debate thing: is Bernie Sanders is drawing 20,000, thousands of people to
All of the
So what
sudden-
is this
Okay,
about?
wait.
What is
With-
he's a
who's Bernie
socialist.
Sanders?
He's the Democrat running against Hillary Clinton.
He's a socialist. So, he wants to level the playing field for everybody.
But what is so bizarre about that, if that truly is his platform,
That's
is
his platform.
Okay, if you look at the demographics, something like 50% of Bernie Sanders supporters are 40 and older, making 50,000 or more. So, are they not listening to what his platform? Because they'll take away what these millennial earners are doing.
Certain income groups who feel they have enough, and that's all they need, that's all they want. They want wealth distribution, so they're okay with that. And then you
Even
have,
though they're
then
making
then you have wealthy people who are in my circles called
what are you?
limousine liberals.
limousine liberals.
You have never heard of that term, limousine?
Yeah, I
liberal?
think
makes
I have.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of a limousine liberal,
I
aren't
knew you were going to go there.
So, this is an interesting time in this country because when you have that kind of enthusiasm for a socialist, what does it say? What does it say about our capitalistic system, which I love? What does it say about the competitiveness of our country? What does it say about what the founding fathers had in mind?
I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to Washington.
I don't think so. I think there's such unhappiness and contempt for government.
That's what I'm
There
saying.
is.
That's exactly
Look,
what I'm
in our own
saying.
community, nobody's running for public office, especially what is one of the most important offices you can hold?
Educational.
Right. Not one
And I
person.
just read this morning that nobody signed up to run.
That is sad, Robin. Your generation does not want to.
Our generation, I think, feels that we tried so hard. I mean, we learned how to vote. We learned how to follow politics. We learned all this, and it didn't matter what we did.
That's
and then that
we feel
creates
we've
the
been told.
apathy.
And I think that's why you are getting a lot of supporters for the Donald Trump situation, because he's a businessman. He runs things like a business, and I think our generation is saying
Such a jerk, though.
I know, but get rid of this government
I
issue, and we are a business. The U.S. is a business.
I don't mind. There are a lot of things that Trump is saying that I really don't have issues with. It's his, ego.
Delivery.
It's his
It's his delivery.
egomaniacal arrogance in his delivery of that information that makes me want to scream.
He's not electable. I mean, he's not
I don't believe so.
electable.
I
But
don't-
there are
His
many that-
unfavorables, who's going to elect him? I mean, literally.
There's a lot of people.
Can you imagine putting him up against Vladimir Putin? Can you just imagine? It's going to
That's a
take
great picture. That's a great
think
picture.
about it. After one meeting with Trump, he's going to push that button.
All right.
So it's
We'll continue. The
little
conversation is
scary.
going to continue.
It will, and it's one for the road. We need
Well,
to
and
think about it.
remember, we've got a whole nother year and several months before this election. I'm just hoping that somebody comes out of the woodwork or
Could
whatever to, take lead.
Could happen. The show is called He Said, She Said. My beautiful family, my wife, and my beautiful daughter, Robin. We're so honored that
And
you
our
would...
and our adopted son, Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah.
I'd love to
Ooh,
have
more
him.
grandchildren.
I'd love to have him as a son. Handsome, smart. We're so appreciative that you would take your time and listen to AM 1220 KHTS. They have a great mobile app. I mean, you can take our show with you anywhere and listen to it. We'll see you next week. We're going to have more discussions about what goes on.
Have a safe week, everybody.
Okay, thank you. Bye.